In 2024, researchers ran the most advanced language model in the world through a benchmark called TravelPlanner. The task: plan a real multi-day United States itinerary inside a normal budget. GPT-4 succeeded 0.6% of the time, not 0.6% of the way, 0.6% of the trips. Veriprajna calls this the wrapper delusion, the belief that a stochastic model can be coerced into deterministic behavior through prompt engineering. The thesis of this paper is direct. Control flow is not a language task. Deciding what to do next in a rigid business process is not token prediction, it is conditional logic. The path to reliable agents is not a bigger model. It is neuro-symbolic orchestration. Sequential tool chaining puts the LLM in charge of the workflow. If the model acts correctly 90% of the time, a 5-step task succeeds about 59%, 10 steps 34%. A flight booking commonly exceeds 10 steps. 3 failure modes compound the math. Context drift, attention dilutes as intermediate tokens accumulate, and the model forgets a budget set earlier in the session. Hallucination cascade, a subtle error in step 2 becomes the input to step 3, and the agent reinforces its own mistake. Reasoning action mismatch, the chain of thought says one thing, the tool called does another. The remedy is a cyclic state graph, a finite-state machine where the LLM is a worker, not the supervisor. LangGraph supplies 3 primitives. State, a typed schema, typically a pedantic model that persists across the entire workflow. Nodes, Python functions of 3 kinds. Agent nodes call an LLM to extract or summarize. Tool nodes call an external API directly from code. Logic nodes execute pure deterministic Python. Conditional edges, functions that read the state and decide the next node. If origin and destination are populated, route to search. Otherwise, route to disambiguation. The model cannot skip a step. It is physically prevented from attempting a booking before a selected offer exists in the state. The reference architecture for flight booking has 6 nodes. The collector parses the user's natural language request into structured fields using guided generation. The retriever calls the Amadeus or Sabre API pure code, the LLM bypassed. The summarizer converts the raw 50 kilobyte response into a 5-flight summary constrained to the data actually present. The selector resolves book the second one to a specific offer ID. The gatekeeper checks corporate policy. The transactor executes the price and commit sequence, and if the price changes, halts and routes to a human notification. After every node transition, LangGraph checkpoints the entire state to a database, Postgres, Redis. The session can be resumed hours later. A failed run can be replayed node by node for time travel debugging. The same TravelPlanner benchmark that broke pure GPT-4 was rerun against a Neuro-Symbolic agent, same model, different architecture. Pure LLM 0.6% overall success. Neuro-Symbolic 97%. Hard constraint pass rate 4.4% versus roughly 99. Delivery rate 93 versus 100. The system that hit 97 did not use a smarter LLM. It used a solver, a deterministic algorithm that maintains state in variables, not in tokens. The same discipline tames GDS errors. When Sabre returns UC unable to confirm or sequence error 1209, a hard-coded handler maps the code to a recovery strategy. The LLM is bypassed during recovery. The loop of death is structurally impossible. The economics follow. A stuck pure LLM session burns $5 to $10 in tokens before timing out. The fetcher node parses the 50 kilobyte GDS response in code and feeds only the 5 relevant fields to the summarizer. Context window usage drops by 90%. For the CTO, the choice resolves to a 4-row scoreboard. Control flow, probabilistic or deterministic. State persistence, implicit chat history or a database-backed schema. Error recovery, I'm sorry I failed, or error 8102 detected, retrying with format B. Compliance, opaque black box, or a full node execution audit log readable by a regulator. The EU-AI Act and emerging United States rules demand that audit log for high-risk financial workflows. A wrapper cannot produce one. A graph produces one as a side effect of running. We are leaving the era of larger models. We are entering the era of better architecture. We've published the full reference architecture, the state schema, the 6-node booking FSM, the LangGraph patterns, and the economics. Read the 16-page brief, about 21 minutes.